I'm AJ McLaughlin.
I'm Ryan Ruiz.
I'm DJ Rich.
I'm Ruben Cesar Telford.
I'm Clinty Martinez.
And we are the hosts of Opinions and Consequences, the podcast, the show where your opinions can lead to consequences. So, choose your words wisely. Enjoy the show. Hey. Get him, man. Listen, man, welcome back to another episode of Opinions and Consequences Off the Books. Guys, I got a guest back in the building, man. I want to give a big welcome back to Rose back in the building. What's poppin'? What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm maintaining.
Surviving, not thriving.
I'm seeing better.
You're seeing better. Check out them.
Okay then. You see me? Okay, you see me now. I got my little Bruce Banner on. Okay, I'm incognito. You didn't even know who I was, right? Y'all didn't even know who I was, right?
No.
She's like, cut it out. She's like, cut it out.
Got some Clark Kent vibes.
Yo, real talk. But guys, man, this is a special episode, man. Happy Mother's Day. This is a Mother's Day special, man. So happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, you know, just before, and I'm going to say it after, too. You know what I mean? Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, okay? And happy Mother's Day to you, too.
Thank you.
All right. But how's everything? Everything's good?
Yeah. I mean,
Copacetic? Working hard?
Working hard for sure.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Long hours
Long hours.
that we're making.
Damn. You definitely sound Hispanic. You said long hours.
But there's a difference. See, they're working long hours just to, you know what?
No, what's the difference? No, go ahead. Go ahead. You got the mic. What's the difference? What's the difference between you working long hours and other Hispanics working long hours? No, people. I need to hear this.
We're working smarter, not harder. There we go.
Oh.
That's the difference.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Hope you ducking ice. That's wild. Anything else? Like, what do you got plans for today? All right, listen, we're going to get right into it. People. Listen, man, this is the Mother's Day special. We got a lot of stuff cooked up on the itinerary. First things first, like, I've been wanting to know this for a long time, guys. Do moms weaponize the I'm a mom card way too often? We need to talk about that. And keep it real. Like you being a mother, do you weaponize it a lot? Because I feel like you guys use that as a get out of jail free card.
Damn. Well, that shows your point of view. But
Go ahead.
I will say this. The ones who do weaponize it, I think it has to do a lot with their maturity level. Because there's going to be women who are going to use the I'm a mom card to, like you said, get out of jail free card.
Yep.
But then you have the ones who, that's their reason. That's their reason to keep pushing forward. That's their reason to work hard. That's their reason to hold themselves accountable. So I would say it just comes down to the maturity level. And a lot of times you're going to see, and again, this doesn't even matter like age-wise. This is literally just like what your mindset is. There's a lot of people who usually tend to use that line, and it's because they're trying to, again, just not hold themselves accountable for whatever life they're living. Or, you know, just actually, I'm experiencing this with someone that I currently work with.
Okay.
So, yes.
Talk that.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully they're not watching.
Doubt it.
Okay.
But it's just like you constantly hear that excuse over and over and over again. And then you start to wonder, like, when are you going to use the I'm a mom card to say, let me get my butt in here and do some work for kids, for myself, for our future. So...
I'm gonna clap it. No, I do agree. You know, I can't personally sit here and say we use the I'm a mom card, but like I feel like a lot more people, I feel like they use it to hide certain other things.
In what sense?
Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's kind of like a, oh, you gotta understand that I'm a mom type thing. Like, and I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with you not calling back? Like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, they'll usually be like, you have to understand I'm a mother.
So are you,
okay.
Okay, so elaborate a little bit. Are you using it as a
Like
You're talking about in the aspect of like relationships wise, or
no, like
toxic, or
just like context wise. Like I feel like a lot of people use it as an excuse to get out of something. Like where it's just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna say this because of this. You know what I mean? Like I
Gotcha.
feel like a lot of people, and I'm not saying that everyone does it, but I feel like they use that. Well, you have to realize I'm a mom, sis. So that's why you called out 4 days in a row. But you
Okay.
didn't even call. You did like no call, no
Right,
show.
exactly.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
yes, I can definitely understand what you're saying there. So that's pretty much what I'm saying. It comes down to the maturity level. Like those are the people who usually don't hold themselves accountable, so they will use their kids as an excuse for them not what's the word, amounting to anything, really. Oh, it's because of my kids that I couldn't finish school, couldn't get the job done, couldn't do, X, Y, and Z. So, like I said, that's usually the immature ones who just really don't want to hold themselves accountable for anything.
But do you feel like people abuse it a lot though? Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like because it's the one card where no one really wants to
Overstep it. No, I don't think that it's that they're abusing it. I mean, like I said, only the ones who are just not trying to hold themselves accountable, because there are definitely times, I mean, I myself am a mother, and there's only so much one mom can do in a day. We have to work twice as hard to get where someone else can get in just a few, months. So I live that through work. I live that in my life. That's just the reality of things. Like there are things that we have to sacrifice, give up, and it's always going to be a tough choice of having to say, okay, what am I going to sacrifice today in order to get to where I want to be now?
Okay.
So no, it's not. It's definitely not something that is just being abused by just anyone. It's you're literally choosing your life every single day and your future every single day. So.
Listen, listen. I agree. I just feel like, and I think we're on the same page. We're agreeing that a lot of people that based off their maturity level, they're going to abuse certain weapons of being a mother, to either deflect or to kind of overshadow either their work ethic, either being motivated to do more, either striving and all that stuff. Because I feel like what I mean. It's kind of like and to be honest, like I feel like with a lot of other people, we do this too. Like we do this as like, oh damn, like only if I had this would have been better in my life type thing. Like what I mean. We always love to deflect on certain things that are going on in our lives.
Right. We try to just put it on the outer aspects that are affecting our life, but we don't choose to be introspective.
We don't take accountability for just being like, nah, bro, you're lazy.
Right.
Yeah, like nah, bro. Like, nah, bro, you don't want to do that, bro. Like let's keep it a fun. Let's keep it 93 plus 7.
Or no, it's like you're disorganized. Like if you had something going, you would definitely be able to figure it out. Yeah. That's pretty much how it is for everyone. So having kids doesn't change that factor for anyone, really. It just means you gotta, work a little bit more and kind of be a little, again, working smarter, not harder.
Listen, man, you cooking with grease, man. I ain't mad at you. I know you had a question. And hey, listen up, people. You gotta listen to this one. Listen to this one, people. Listen. Who do you think has it harder? Single moms or single men? Talk to me.
Buddy,
listen, okay. Listen, let me cook up real quick.
Yeah, I'll let you go first.
And this is based off me. I think that single men have it a bit harder when it comes down to dating a single mom.
So when you say who has it harder, your reference is to in the terms of dating.
In terms of dating, I think men have it harder.
Why?
I feel like they have to give up more in the beginning to receive a lot at the end. And this is based off of just hope. This is hope, people. This is hope. I'm all basing this on hope, okay? Listen, because you got to think about it. You got to think about it like this. Like, you know what I mean? They have to forfeit a lot. They have to forfeit because you got to think about it. Like, you know, like you as a single mother, you know what I mean? You as a mother, just like that in general. You as a mother, what comes first?
My child.
Bingo. So it's like this. I'm thinking riding shotgun. You're like, no, get on the back, bro. Put on the seatbelt. My child sits in the front. You see what I'm saying though? So automatically, you already have to go into it with the mentality like, I gotta figure out how to make two people happy.
Yep.
Versus you gotta figure out how to make one person happy.
I see.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. I got you, guys. Guys, I got you. I'm here for you. Talk that talk. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead. Ma'am.
Okay.
Fix my shade.
You see, logically that makes sense. But here's the factors that you have to, consider, right?
Okay.
A single mom is doing a mother's work and a father's job too. There is
fair.
So here's what I'll say. A lot of times it's hard for a guy to integrate himself into a family, first of all, because when you're trying to date a single mother, you're not just dating a single mother. You're trying to learn to be a family man and integrate yourself into a family.
Talk that talk.
Right? So it all just comes down to how the guy learns to manage that task. Because let's be real here. If you are used to dating single women, there is a lot of factors that you're not considering as a single man that you are now going to have to consider if you're dating someone who has a child, right?
Big fish.
So I wouldn't say that. I would still believe it's harder for the woman because you have to consider the fact that first of all, if you like the guy, cool, right? But then you have to consider if your kid's gonna like the guy, right? Then you have to consider the fact that, is he willing to integrate himself into your life and take, that position that's supposed to be a family man? Is he going to protect? Is he going to provide? Does he care about holding emotional space, not just for you, but for your child? Is he willing to step up to the plate? So there's all of these factors that you have to consider in a guy, and you can't just go out and just pick whatever guy you want just because you like them, just because there's chemistry, just because you're attracted to them. You have to consider, what does my life look like with this man if I choose him, right? What is my child's life going to look like? How will she progress or he progress if it's a boy? Those are all of the things that we have to consider. It's not just like, oh, I really like this guy, let's see where it goes, which is what you would be able to do had you been a single person, right? So you have to learn to make two people happy if you're dating a single woman, but a woman has to consider what kind of man is going to lead her family. So
listen, listen, we're gonna circle back to this, guys. Listen, we're gonna circle back to this, but I love the bars. We're gonna circle back because that's an interesting topic, because you know what I mean? I know a lot of people would love to hear more about that. Let me ask you this. What's your opinion on hot moms versus wholesome moms? And can you be both? And and I'm gonna give you guys a definition. So kind of like, you know what I mean? A wholesome mom typically refers to a mother who embodies qualities associated with prompting, well-being, and positive influence on her children and family. This could include healthy, caring, kind, morally sound. Okay, cool. Hot moms can refer to who is both a mother and perceived as sexually attractive or desirable, often in a way that challenges the traditional stereotype of mother being a mother.
A mother being a mother. So here's what I think. First of all, I think you can be both.
This whole neck movement, you gotta chill, sis. You gonna strain your neck, my nigga. She's like,
Wait, you better let me express myself how I feel.
Go ahead, sis. Go do your thing.
I think you can be both, but here's the thing. When you hear hot mom and wholesome mom, they sound like very separate entities, right?
Yep.
Because you're going to associate the hot moms with the mom that, is shaking her butt on Instagram,
Hello.
probably, wearing the short mini skirts and like the whole
Twerk
nine,
team.
the twerk team. Right. And let's be real. There are women who just have that sexual appeal and they don't really have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she might just be hot just because she looks good. She's, by the grace of God, she got the looks.
Yeah.
So and what if she's not the person who's like into the whole being a hot mom thing? That's not her personality. There are some moms who are hot and they will make that their entire personality. Then you have women who are just hot, but they'd rather be a wholesome mom. They have values. They rather put their energies and their efforts into an image that their kids are going to follow versus, the hot mom is probably thinking more of like, well, this is like my asset. This is how I'm going to provide for my kids or whatever may be the cause. But yeah, I wouldn't always, it's not black and white all the time. There's definitely a bit of a gray area where a mom can be both, and that doesn't necessarily, mean that, I don't know, that you can't be both. I don't know. And for me, it's like, yeah, it's some can be both, others are just gonna fall on either end of the spectrum.
Okay. Listen, I would love to hear everybody's thoughts on this because you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they could be both. Because certain people have their whole definition of a wholesome mom. Like, somebody may think a wholesome mom is like the
Very modest mom,
neighborhood part of the neighborhood watch program, church leader, like you know what I mean,
Right.
like so you know what I mean. So a lot of
subjective.
it could be very subjective. Where like you said, a hot mom could have the OnlyFans, what I mean, but she don't drive the minivan. She drives like a GL, like you know what I mean, the G wagon or something like that. You know what I mean. So like it does vary on whoever is defining it. But that's interesting because you know what I mean. I was always thinking like, all right, damn. It's like, damn, could they be both? Could they be wholesome and hot at the same time? Nah, you can't. Unless you do like a half and half, like, and then I feel like
that's
you're
all
freaking
going to be subjective because there's
you know
going
what I
to
mean?
be
On a weekend,
people,
you could be a hot mom, and then you could be wholesome during the week.
But what about the people who are into women who are intelligent businesswomen? They might think that's hot. Again, that's all subjective.
Yeah, it is.
So, like, you see, in that person's eyes, that woman is hot because she's intellectual and she looks good, and she's pretty much the whole package for them.
Okay, let me ask you this. Yo, and this is tough because I know a lot of you females do this out there. A lot of you females. Be honest. Do you ever judge moms based on how their kids act in public?
Okay, there's a few factors that I would be judging on.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. Give me a break. It depends on how old the child is, right?
All right.
For example, if I see a toddler acting out in public and he or she is tantruming on the ground and the mom is just standing there and just letting them, take the fumes out, I wouldn't judge that. Because, or at least I wouldn't judge it in a negative way. Because that to me is like, you know what? I've been there. I get it. Toddlers sometimes don't have the capacity to understand when the parent's trying to communicate like, hey, we can't get this today, but we can get it tomorrow or whatever it is. All the child knows is that they're upset that they're not getting what they want, and so they tantrum because they don't know how to handle their emotions, right? Now, if I see a 13-year-old girl and she's over here, cussing out her mom or, doing something of that nature, then that's where I start to judge a little bit because how did she get to that point? Why is she at this point at only 13 years of age where she feels like she can disrespect you in such a manner and in public, embarrassing herself and you? That you see, so those are the kind of things that I would be judging a little bit more harshly and say like, okay, you clearly didn't do your job in the beginning and now the results are showing today.
So you automatically like it's like an inside voice, or you just like, yeah, I swear for the Lord, I wish that was my kid. Because
Yeah.
you know how parents are. They be like, I swear, my kid don't act like that. They know better. They know better. Like, they're just like you like, yeah, because you're like, they know better. They know better. Like,
They know better for
like,
sure.
I swear
Yes.
and then you do the whole like, yo, I swear, if you ever act like that in public,
No, you see, I want to.
yo,
I'll judge, but I
swear
won't do
for the
that to
Lord.
my daughter. I will only correct her on where she's wrong, but I don't bring like any outside stuff into that because for what? You don't need to intimidate your kid, especially if you know that you've taken the steps to make sure that your kid respects you, that you guys have a good relationship,
I hear
and
that.
yeah, like I don't need to do that because I already have put in all the effort in the beginning.
I'm not saying I judge, but bro, listen, man, I've been on a few planes. Listen, man, a few, like 5. But sometimes I'm just like, I swear for Lord, I swear for Lord, yo. And you know what? And I'm nobody to sit here and tell you how to raise a kid. I don't have no kids and all that stuff. It's like, so I can't sit here and tell you what to do, what not to do. That's one thing I can't do. I can't speak on that. However, damn, I think I would give the kid the look. Like, you know what I mean? If I had a kid, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I would give him that, like, try me. Like, you know what I mean? That try me look, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of times, you know what I mean? Like, and that's one of the things where I envy a lot of parents where I'm like, yo, like, how did you do this? How did you build this rapport? How did you maintain this monster? Like, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like, listen, if you don't treat or you don't educate, tutor your child, like, your child's gonna turn into a menace. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so
Exactly.
like,
There's no lack of order. What do you expect them
correct.
to respect in the future?
So I envy you. I envy all the moms, all the dads, single dads. You got the cape out there. You guys, you know what I mean? That's raising these wholesome kids that are like, like, I don't want to say straight line or anything. And there's no disrespect for the kids that are out of order and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But at the same time, I gotta envy you guys for that because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to be able to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, especially while having a life and doing all the extra stuff, like where a lot of other people don't appreciate that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, damn, I'm not saying I'll put the hands on the kids, but like, you know what I mean? Like, my mom used to always like, I don't know, like, what was the experience like with your mom? Like, would you like, did she like give you a look, or like, did she grab like the hanger, the wire? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how the Hispanic households be. Like, you know what I mean? They grab whatever, the chancla, and they like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw it like a frisbee.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
All right, listen, we're gonna go through a little rapid fire real quick. Okay, talk to me. Do moms secretly judge other moms harder than the rest of us do?
Only the ones who think they're above everyone will judge the hardest, and they're probably the ones with the worst kids who they have no idea that are acting up, but they swear by God that their kids are angels.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Guys, listen to me on this one, dog. Can a mom post a thirst trap in a Bible verse in the same week? Can you do that?
I mean, they shouldn't forget the same week. It shouldn't be done at all. You gotta pick.
Amen, my G. How? That's savage.
Pick your master, damn.
That's savagery, bro. Like, how you gonna be twerking when we talking about twerking? They talking about 3:16 Corinthians, like, yo, we should follow the light of God. I'm like, what just happened? Like, yo, she was just in Miami doing all this twerking stuff, and now all of a sudden she's on court. That's wild. Okay. If she has an OnlyFans, mom, if she has an OnlyFans and bakes organic muffins, what do you call her?
A hypocrite.
That's fucked up, man. I call her Sarah Lee, man. Shout out to Sarah Lee, man. Betty Crocker. Shout out to you guys, man. You guys are making it work, man. You making it work. I don't care, yo. You making muffins, cookies, cakes. You know what I mean? Yo, damn. She's like, I have a great yo. All right, who's better at pretending everything is fine when it's clearly not between a man and a woman?
Who's better at pretending? Men. I'm sorry, men. And that's
okay, go ahead.
Guys, we can't really pretend for the life of us. We'll tell you we're fine, but we're really not. You'll see it in our facial expressions and our body language and our tone. A guy could be going through hell and beyond and say he's fine, and you know, he'll be silent.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta side with her on this one, guys. I gotta side with her. Listen, us men, like, we only have two speeds. Like, it's either we're fine or pissed. Like, that's it. We can't be in the middle. Like, because in the middle, that means, like, you're emotionally weird. Like, oh, what's going on? Like, why you doing, like, yo, why you moving like this? Like, yo, we can only be either fine or upset.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, because you females, you do all of the start slamming stuff, and then, you know what I mean, talking extra loud on the phone. And you're like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, yeah,
because we gotta talk about it. That's what
exactly. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, listen. Before we get out of here, people, any shout outs you want to give? You know, shout out to all the moms out there. You know what I mean?
All the ones who are working hard and every day making those sacrifices for your children, I salute you. It's not easy, but you're the ones who are going to come out on top, and you're definitely the role models we need.
Damn, talk about it. Listen, man, big shout out to all the moms out there. Love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Tati. Happy Mother's Day to all my aunts, cousins, newly parenting, all you guys that are just becoming a mom, becoming a parent, and all that stuff. I don't care if you're a male or female. Tomorrow's your day too. No, today's your day too. I'm over here talking about tomorrow, my G. Like, matter of fact, like, every day is your day, yo. Like, yo, because I feel like a lot of times, like, I feel like we do this whole, like, yo, Mother's Day, Father's Day. Like, nah, bro. I think it should be one day, like a parent day.
A parent's day. No, that gets messy very quickly.
How does that get messy? That's not right.
It'll get messy very quickly. Yeah, because here's the thing. You, as a mom, you want to feel appreciated. Imagine having to share that with your husband or the father of your children. Think about that for a second.
Yeah, like, because he equally does a lot too.
Okay, that's why there's Father's Day. Think about it for a minute. Do you as a man enjoy being acknowledged for your efforts, being respected, getting the recognition for the things that you do for for yourself or for your family? I know you don't have an immediate family of your own, but at least for the people that you care about.
Okay, first of all,
do you? I
have a lot of friends that tell me what they get for Father's Day.
Okay.
And all of them are sad.
Okay.
All of them.
All right.
This one's for you guys. I'm looking out for you guys. Listen, guys. Listen, we gonna have this off topic. Listen, man, guys. Stay tuned for a dope episode. Thank you for tuning in. But till next time, salutations. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Chill. And shout out to Rose. Happy Mother's Day.